Somebody please tell me now. Oh, master, don't roll around. Oh, the one put on me. Tell me now. Oh, my Jesus, roll around. Come together. Now the Father soon come. There was a beginning, so there must be an end. We love it and never hope.
Blessed my people, welcome back, you see me? So people, today we're gonna talk about a dancehall slash reggae entertainer, you see me? And this dancehall entertainer that we're talking about is one of the huge mega superstars that came out of dancehall music. You know what I mean? This artist is so big that you can almost put him in a category by himself, you know what I mean? Or even in the league of the Bob Marley and the Dennis Brown and the Peter Touch, you get me as a people. And this artist is none other than Buju Banton, Mark Myrie, Gargamel. So in this video, we are going to delve a bit into the life and career of Buju Banton. We're going to talk about the ups and the downs, you understand people? We're also going to talk about the situation that led to him going to prison in America for cocaine possession, you understand? We're also going to talk about his career today in music and give my opinion of the whole situation that surrounded Buju Banton. So Buju Banton was born in the Barbican area of Kingston, Jamaica on the 15th of July 1973. So first people, let us look at the name Buju Banton, because that within itself is a very interesting thing and is even a topic in the people. So the name Buju was given to him as a child growing up by his mother. And the name Banton is normally a title that is given to somebody who is a genial or a storyteller, meaning a person who tell lie and is always trying to use them head to go around people. You understand? So Banton basically I talk about a man a genial. You see me? So when I hear a man saying Banton a man, it means I go around him, you know what I mean? Style him, you know what I mean, people. So Buju Banton, you know what I mean, is really an interesting name. But you know, Buju got that name from one of his favorite artists whose name was Buju Banton. You know, Buju Banton used to look up to Buju Banton, one of his main inspiration in music. As a young artist, Buju Banton also emulated Buju Banton's aggressive, rough style of DJing, you know what I mean? But, you know, in later years, Buju Banton find his own voice, you know, and kind of smooth down a bit. So Buju Banton's mother was a street eagler and his father was a laborer who worked at a tile factory in Kingston. Buju Banton is the youngest of 15 children for his parents in total. People, as a youngster, about maybe 10, 11 years old, you know, Buju Banton used to always out as a little youth and watch him favorite artists them a perform, especially in the Denham Town area of Kingston. You get me, I say people, even though with underage, you know, say, the love for music draw out people, no matter what age them be. You get me, I say people. So at the age of 12 years old, Buju Banton finally take up the mic and started to work with Sweet Love and Rambo Mango sound system. At that time, Buju used to perform under the name Gargamel as a little youth. You see me, I say people. In late 1986, Buju Banton was introduced to producer Robert Finch by fellow artist Clement Irie, and Buju Banton's first single, The Ruler, was released not too long after in 1987. This song became a fairly popular song and caused Buju Banton's career to start to pick up a little bit of traction. Hence, he started working with producers such as Patrick Roberts, Bonnie Lee, Winston Riley, and Digital B. So people, in 1991, Banton joined Donovan Jermaine's Penthouse label. And this was where he linked up with Dave Kelly and they started a fruitful partnership. Dave Kelly later started his own record label named Madhouse Records. And people, without a doubt, Buju Banton is one of the most successful musicians in Jamaica's history, and there's no way of going around that. Buju Banton have big hit songs such as Bogle, another song titled Love Me Browning. But people, the song titled Browning erupted a lot of controversy in Jamaica. You know, people start to look at and I say Buju Banton, him racist or him prejudice. He's trying to put down black woman and a big up brown woman, because them time is like every man want a brown in base pan where Buju Banton say. You get me as a people? So because of that, it caused a lot of backlash on Buju Banton. Buju Banton had to release another follow-up single because, you know, people, you know the song, you know, the man say he love him car, he love him bike, he love him money and thing, you know. But most of all, he love him browning, you see it? I mean, I tell you, say, that caused a whole heap of controversy, you know what I mean, and people for start burn out Buju Banton wicked back in them time. The Buju, if you're glad to social media never debut them time, you know, as the people would have steam you wicked, you know. People, you know, Buju Banton make a comeback when he released the song titled Love Black Woman. So maybe it was a strategy by Buju Banton from in the initial stage for same love him browning, and when people start to talk about it, him come round back now and same love black woman. So him end up get two big hit song out of it same way. You see it, people, but if it was deliberate or not deliberate, him still get two big hit song out of the whole controversy. So you see people, controversy I said long time, and Buju Banton them a craftsman of the business, long time. Yeah man, so in that song when release I love black woman, I gonna say, me no stop cry for all black woman. Big up the girl them with dark complexion. And it work. You get the rest of people. Yeah, it's simple as that. You know what I mean? Big up all the girls with dark complexion, you see? So people, 1992 was a very explosive year for Buju Banton, because in that year, Buju Banton broke one of Bob Marley's record, and that is the record for having the most #1 singles in a single year. And you know, Buju Banton with him rough voice dominate the airwaves in Jamaica for the whole year, people. You understand? In 1992. I know you turn at us Buju Banton right through. I tell us that the man thing they turn up loud. Buju Banton also released his debut album titled Mr. Mention, which featured most of the mega hit songs from in the same year. This album also featured Wayne Wonder. And you know, Wayne Wonder is the artist who actually bring out Buju Banton for the first time and introduce him to the world. Yeah, people. And this was at Sting. And you know, Sting is an annual dancehall festival, you know what I mean, that is dubbed the greatest one-night show on earth. People, 1992 was so hot for Buju Banton that a hand-sanctioned song for Buju Banton was released in the year, and it is a song that is titled Boom Bye Bye. You get me, say people, that song there was very, very controversial. You see me? That is a song that Buju Banton had recorded when he was only 15 years old in 1988, people, you get me? And during the time when Buju Banton they on farm and I go out the most things, you see me? The song there was released without his authorization, basically, you get me as a people, and that song was a very big hit song. But that song had a lot of repercussions, you see me as a people, because that song received a lot of backlash, you know what I mean? And the backlash was so much that it threatened Buju Banton's musical career, because it was seen as a song that was promoting violence against persons that are gay people. You understand, people? So once a man is a gay and so on, that song was basically target them. When it said boom bye bye, you know, boom bye bye means if you shoot somebody in their head, and it will say boom bye bye in such and such a man's head. They get to as a people. So because of that, you know, Buju Banton faced a whole heap of backlash. I mean, I tell you, that song there go far and wide. That song there reach almost every corner of the earth. You see what I say, people? And the song there, I want this time I think eventually lead to certain things that happen to Buju Banton, meaning him come on the radar, wicked. So everything him do, them start to watch him, because you know what I mean, a man like this was a powerful, I send that type of message. You know them are gonna try to clip your wing, you see? And as you know, people, you see that same song there cause Buju Banton to lose a lot of revenue in the USA and some areas of Europe, seeing because it caused him to be dropped from a lot of big festival that he was booked to perform. And as we say, people, a lot of the organizers for many of those big events are those kind of people in entertainment. You understand, people? So it will be like say Buju Banton basically did a target them. You see, so it never sit well with those people. Why I say no, it's a big hit song in Jamaica, everybody way and shot fire and man, whole vibes of dance. That never did happen other places in the world. You see, Jamaican people praise them and that's how you mean boom bye bye. But out in the world, it was destroying his music career. You know, people, it was so bad that Buju Banton had to come out and issue a public apology. You get the message, people, yeah man, because he have to try to get back in a good grace with the people, because at the only way he can earn money, and at the end of the day, all of the work we have put in because you want to earn some, you know, just only Hollywood alone work for nothing, you see it. So Buju Banton, I have to just apologize to them, because at the end of the day, he have to think about himself first and foremost. People, for the major Mercury Polygram label, Buju Banton released a hard-hitting album titled Voice of Jamaica in 1993. The album included a number of conscious tracks. These tracks included Deportees, a song which criticizes those Jamaicans who went abroad but never send back no money come a yard. Another song titled Tribal War, a collaboration with Tony Rebel, Brian and Tony Gold, and Terry Ganzi, a sharp condemnation of political violence, and Willie, Don't Be Silly, which promotes safe sex and the use of contraceptive, particularly the condom, profits from which were donated to charity supporting children with AIDS. Banton was invited to meet Jamaican Prime Minister P.J. Patterson and won several awards that year at the Caribbean Music Awards. Some of Banton's music dealt with violent themes, which he explains he's just talking about the images that young Jamaicans are fed with and the media. In 1993, the reality of Kingston violence was brought home to Buju Banton when a few of his friends were murdered in violent circumstances, who were also artists like Panhead, Mickey Simpson, and Dirtsman. You know, those artists were Buju Banton's friend. And Buju Banton responded to those murders by releasing a song titled Murderer. That song was a song in which he condemned violence on a whole. And you know, people, that song there did kind of cause a lot of the sound systems to stop play violent music for a while. You get me, as a people. But Buju Banton also had another heartbreak again in 1994 when another one of his best friend, Garnet Silk, lost his life as a result of the gun people in somewhat of a different circumstance. You can check out the video that I did about Garnet Silk if you want to know more about the Garnet Silk's passing, and also the Panhead video. So you know, people, after a time, more and more, Gargamel started to embrace the Rasta religion, you know what I mean, and eventually started growing his locks and eventually became a Rasta man. So people, in 1995, Gargamel released the Till Shiloh album, and this was a very influential album which incorporated live instrumentation as well as digital rhythms and incorporated sounds of roots reggae along with other edged dancehall sounds that first made Banton famous. The artist was embracing his Rastafari faith in his new album, and his new album reflected these beliefs. Till Shiloh successfully blended conscious lyrics with hard-hitting dancehall vibes. The album included earlier singles such as Murderer, along with Wanna Be Loved and Untold Stories. People, in 1996, Buju Banton started his own record label titled Gargamel Music, and it was under his label he released a big hit song titled Love Spun. This song was on vinyl in Jamaica and overseas. In years to come, Gargamel would expand onto the outlet for Banton's own production. In 1997, Buju Banton released another album titled Inner Heights. This album substantially increased Banton's international audience as he explored his singing ability and recorded a number of roots tracks, including the hugely popular a song titled Destiny and another titled Hills and Valley. The album also included collaborations with artists such as Beres Hammond and the legendary Toots Hibbert. The album was well received by fans at the time, and critics praised Banton's soaring vocals. The album has aged well and remains a highly regarded work over 20 years after its release in 1998. In the year 2000, Banton signed with Anti Records and released an album titled Unchained Spirit. The album showcased diverse musical styles and featured guest appearances by Luciano, Morgan Heritage, Steve Marley, and Rancid. It carried little of the roots feel, hard, and Till Shiloh, and virtually none of the hardcore dancehall sound which had brought Buju Banton to public fame. And there were a lot more singles that followed in the early 2000s. In March 2003, Banton released another album titled Friends for Life, which featured more sharply political songs, which included Mr. Nine, an anti-gun song that was a hit in Jamaica's dancehall as well as internationally. The album also featured some hip-hop influence with the inclusion of rapper Fat Joe. In 2006, Buju Banton released another album titled Too Bad, an album that was more dancehall orientated in style. One of the slower tracks from the album, titled Driver, went on to become a very big hit song for Buju Banton, while at the same time it revived Sly and Robbie's Taxi rhythm. Buju Banton also performed at the 2007 Cricket World Cup opening ceremony with Third World and Beres Hammond. The album Rasta Got Soul was released in 2009, produced by Banton, with contributions from longtime collaborators Donovan Jermaine, Steve Marsden and Wycliffe Jean. Rasta Got Soul was a 100% roots reggae album recorded over a 7-year period before its release. It went on to earn Banton his 4th Grammy nomination for the best reggae album in 2010. So people, now we're gonna talk about Buju Banton's run in with the law whilst in America, because as I know people, Buju Banton was actually living in America because Buju Banton owned a house in Tamarack, Florida. December 2009, Drug Enforcement Administration agents arrested and placed Buju Banton in custody in Miami, USA on drug-related charges. He was charged with conspiracy to distribute and possession of more than 5 kilograms of cocaine. Banton was remanded in custody until his trial date. So people, a 6-day trial in Tampa, Florida was declared a mistrial on the 27th of September 2010 after the jury was unable to reach a unanimous decision. During the trial, audio recordings were presented of Banton and a drug dealer turned government informant discussing drug and drug prices and smuggling. Banton was also seen on a video recording meeting the informant in a police controlled warehouse, testing cocaine from a kilogram bag. The informant was reportedly paid $50,000 for his work on the case. The singer was released that November on a band. Buju Banton was allowed to perform one concert between trials, which was held on the 16th of January 2011 to a sold-out crowd in Miami. A few weeks after the performance, he was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album, but was not allowed to attend the ceremony. So people, on the 13th of February 2011, one day before the scheduled start of his second court trial in Tampa, Florida, Banton's Before Dawn album was announced as winner for Best Reggae Album at the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards for Best Reggae Album. On the 22nd of February 2011, Buju Banton was found guilty of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute 5 or more kilograms of cocaine, possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking offense, and using communication wires to facilitate a drug trafficking offense. He was found not guilty on the charge of attempted possession of 5 kilograms of cocaine or more. And 4 months later, Buju Banton was sentenced to 10 years and 1 month in a federal prison, and that is for the cocaine trafficking conviction. His sentencing and the related firearm conviction, despite the fact that Banton was never found with a gun, was scheduled for the 30th of October in 2012 and then postponed on his lawyer's request for an investigation of possible juror misconduct. Despite the fact that a juror was found guilty of misconduct, Banton waived his rights to an appeal. On the 14th of May 2015, federal prosecutors agreed to drop the firearm charges. So Banton served his time in prison and was released on the 7th of December 2018 from the Macrae Correctional Institution. After his release from prison, people, Banton did not fight his deportation. Banton was deported from America back to Jamaica, people. And after his release, Buju Banton started his long walk to freedom tour, which started off in Kingston, Jamaica at the National Stadium. And this show saw him performing in front of a sold out stadium. You understand, people? Over 30,000 people in attendance. And you know, people, Banton continue for doing work. You see me as a people, Banton work with Kanye West, Banton work with DJ Khaled for album, and Banton work with Rap Nation. So you know, Buju Banton still put in a whole heap of work. He released a whole heap of single since his release from prison, you know. He also released an album titled Upside Down. You get me as a people? So Buju Banton come out and him still maintaining relevance and him still do music. You understand, people? So regardless of his struggles and regardless of the situation, we have to give Buju Banton them props. Same way. At the end of the day, you know, Buju Banton going at the prison system, and Buju Banton do some schooling. He made use of the time that he spent in incarceration, you know what I mean, people? And Buju Banton was rehabilitated and he came out a more intelligent person. You see me as a people, so we have to salute Buju Banton for the great works we put in over the years. You know, Buju Banton made a mistake maybe because of the financial situation where he might go through, you know what I mean? I try to make a better life for himself and his family. But he backfire upon him. You see it, people. But anyways, we have to give Buju Banton what due to Buju Banton. Looking back at this whole Buju Banton scenario, people, you see, Buju Banton is an artist, very talented, very successful over the years. As a matter of fact, you know, most artists have somebody we can put alongside them. You see it. But in a Buju Banton, you know, it's just Buju Banton. For even Bob Marley, you know, they have Peter Touch. You see, as a people and so on and so forth. You know, when it comes to Beanie Man, you know, you have Bounty Killer, Ninja Man, Shabba Ranks and so on and so forth. But when it comes to Buju Banton, I just Buju Banton. You get me as a people. Buju Banton stand tall, and Buju Banton sing some whole heap of hit songs, and Buju Banton music them go far and wide. But people, in my opinion, possibly the producers them, just like with the older artists, them used to make most of the money. So even though Buju Banton them sing all these hit songs and got so famous, you know, people, possibly Buju Banton them was not making the money what them really supposed to make out of the music. And Buju Banton them used to make more than the older artists them. So if them still not making enough, you can imagine. You get me as a people. And possibly that's the reason why Buju Banton did end up get caught up in our life like that. Because if a man make enough money already, he wouldn't need to try to put himself in them lines any at all. So possibly the fact that the money now run, or the money is supposed to run, Buju Banton decides him I gotta take a chance. So Buju Banton take a chance and him get catch and him go do him time, people. You see it? Buju Banton are one of the greatest we do it. You understand, people? And that's why we are pay homage. So salute Gargamel. Big up yourself. Anyway, peeps, you can leave your opinion in the comment section. As also you can like, subscribe, share. Peace.
I had a close one yesterday. I said I had a close one, and just what a communication. To go down, lift your head above the water. Give us strength. Never let us pull out the way. I say, give us strength. Some music, but this is a blessing of Jah, which means I could get with the massive them. I come from far out in Babylon. I didn't get no rest. But what? Jah liberate, man. Roll it. Roll it. Run it. mystical communication within. We keep on coming together, and I love to see brothers and sisters looking up on one another. This is how it should be, not contrary. Let's not fight against one another. I say, free your soul. Come on over here and let it feel. Won't let them fool you. Somebody please tell me now. Oh, master, don't roll around. Oh, you are on the phone on me. Tell me now. Oh, my Jesus, roll around. Come together. Now the Father soon come. There was a big so there must be an end. We love it and never hope. What's up? Don't go in your heart. See where you're down, man. Before this concern, there is a. No woman cannot fight for. Begin it. And the rich man of the chicken back. Come on, get it back. Oh. You're the clock over now, Baba. It don't matter. I know. I see him changing. Oh, I know. Oh, the clock over now, Baba. It don't matter me. Pick it up. Step on the block. Till I'm late to rest, yeah. Always be the best. So I have been high in the bed. You see this thing? When it starts, how we started. Buju Banton tune Garnet wonder. Cut around, Sister Master Brother Bersa man. It started a free as entertainment center, you know. And it grew. Tune on the respect your youth. You hold it firm for years. But the next brethren, I don't hear no man to call up name all night. But many man just forget easy because the Jamaicans say, oh no, man, not too long. You know what I mean? I just snatch out the rest of the body I say, if you do wrong, they complain. And when we call and charge, oh, what do they want us to do? Oh, they know this is nothing new. You should be thankful. Be the Moses. And I say they should be thankful. Let your eyes on the heat scatter. After the thanks out places, no matter. Moses, the boy them wasn't checking. Put your wrecking it whenever time the ball is stepping. Bounce me this head, big mess them stepping. Let them have quarter dozen out of it. It's me I had a big about them in a club of foreign sipping champagne. No remember not a thing. The first one sweat touching, a big ball of lightning flash. Them think that she seconds. There's no end to the war between me and forgot. I know what it is this Buju Banton. Me touch my kaput, but me not a service slack. Them speech and a free, me get me every time. Buju hardcore. A rich man's wealth is in the city. Destruction of the poor is poverty. Why? Destruction of your soul is vanity. Where do you wear? Oh, how I wonder if you will. Oh, right then, I wanna rule my destiny. Oh, yeah, I wanna rule my. St. Elizabeth, are you ready? Destiny, I'm a new problem. must never be too much. That I die day and night. From evil the best healing. That walk it at daylight.
Destiny,
Oh woman, look from where the ball.
destiny.
Oh woman, what did you? What?
I wanna rule my destiny.
Oh, I
Wanna rule my destiny.
what did I say? Cause I live here caught some wolves. Now, you hold them in the region, in the valley of decision. Restraining the Eden with a rod of iron. Who know not the destiny of an next man? Why hold him? Set him free for too long. I wanna rule my. I wanna hear you. I said I wanna rule my. Saint Elizabeth, Jamaica, I said.
Destiny,
Oh mama, look from where you come.
destiny.
Oh mama, what did I say? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna rule my
Oh,
I wanna rule my destiny.
take I away now.
Na 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 na.
All right,
Na 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 na.
You want a morning around, but still want some fun. Make some money ready! Oh Lord of His mercy, there's so much value. I know soul. I know lifting, I know the gifting, I know that the old, you know, you know the gifting. I know that the mathematics, I know gifting. He's a person that you listen now. Living to the bully, the woman, the baby girl. Living to that everything, living to that angel, living to that girl. I know the game of my end of my class. He's a Layman can't run them up in the back. Bandits loose and every done stand. Ready now, I know that's not for you. I know the safety. I know that he knows, he knows. Moses. Buju, let's take it from the owner, sir. Give me the girl and the wickedest slam. The kind of girl run up in a party, man. Man, it's your... Oh, my God! I would have like